lane, so they may as well not put them in. I can see that. Listen, people don't understand that the left lane is a passing lane. They just sit in the left lane and cruise at 72 miles an hour and, hold up traffic. Now, recently, Michigan State Police has said we're going to start enforcing this and force people to get out of the lane or ticket people that are using the left lane at their leisure. Well, good. Let's see it. I still haven't seen anybody that's been pulled over for that. Not that it hasn't happened, but I haven't seen it happen. Have you seen any of that happen?
I definitely haven't. I do. I mean, I'm somebody who has a past of speeding tickets. I got to be honest. I think I have 4 accumulated in my illustrious driving career. Yeah. That's been an issue. And I have cruise control now, and I use it religiously. And on the freeway, obviously. And I don't
Where
usually.
do you set it at?
I set it no more than 76.
Okay.
And I'll be in the left lane sometimes, and then people will come up right behind me, and of course I'll get over, blah, blah, blah. But if you're going 6 miles an hour over, you can be in the left lane, right? Like, I shouldn't feel bad because these people are behind me. I mean, obviously I get over if they're right on my ass.
Well, use the pass only, though. That's it.
I guess.
Don't sit there cruising.
I like being no, because everyone else is going like 65, 70.
Well, pass around them. Keep passing. That's what it's there for.
I guess. Thus
the passing lane. It will have to be policed well for the first 6 to 12 months. Otherwise, the aggressive Michigan drivers will abuse it. In human nature, we would abuse and ruin it real fast. Imagine sitting in traffic and seeing somebody driving alone cruising past you in the carpool lane. Yeah, there's some road rage that goes on in this state. Can you imagine road rage that goes on if you see somebody driving by themselves in a carpool lane?
That'd be great.
And then there's this one, which I'm a little upset that I didn't come up with this take, because this sounds like something I would say. So now, 2 people getting to their destination is more important than 1 person? Give me a break. What do you think of that?
Well, I'd have to agree with it.
248-539-9797, the telephone number. Brian is in Detroit. Brian, welcome to 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I've driven in every major city in the United States, and adding HOV lanes is just a waste. It's just more space for people to occupy. It's senseless. It's senseless to me. I don't understand it. California, when I first drove through California, there was 5 lanes on both sides, I-10 and I-5. They're up to 8 lanes, and the traffic is still hellacious. It's absolutely the worst. Adding more lanes makes no sense. Now, I can see if they separated commercial vehicles from regular passenger vehicles, that would make sense. But adding an HOV lane is just a way to spend money. That's all it is, fellas.
Yeah, and the thing is, Brian, too, it's not exactly like it's just, the freeway traffic and whatnot. I understand, appreciate the call, although you abruptly let us go. But it's the exits. It's when people have to get off. So most of the time, the people are staying to the right anyway. And one of those lanes ends up either not being used, or it ends up being a giant pain in the ass when you have a bunch of people trying to get over at a certain exit. So I understand what he means, although I do think the carpool lane will, at the very least, make people feel a little bit better. Plus, if you're carpooling, I mean, not to be an environmental guy.
Here we go.
That's one less car. It's one less, gas emission, going out there into the atmosphere, right?
See, I think adding the extra lane is going to alleviate some traffic. How could it not? Because not everybody who drives on the road is driving by themselves.
True.
My issue is trying to police that. Good luck.
It'd be impossible.
Good luck. To the Karsch and Anderson inbox, Denver now has HOV lanes, and it cuts my commute time in half when I drive with my girlfriend. They also have express lanes that you can pay to use when traffic is bad. That's true in Denver. I guess that's the other thing. Would you rather have carpool lanes in the state of Michigan, or would you rather see them go to toll roads? There's a lot to be said for the toll road.
I'd much rather have the carpool. I mean, I know, and there is, I forget what highway it was that is right by my aunt and uncle out in California, but I don't want to be paying, I don't know, it's like $5.50. I guess you can get one of those express passes so you don't have to pay every single time you go through it or whatever, but to me, that's just, what a waste of money. And there's usually never anyone on it, so I get it. It's a huge time saver because people don't want to pay, but would that really solve anything? I don't want to be paying.
Well, I mean, you get on that going to Chicago, you take the toll road.
Yeah, and then how many times do you have to stop in Chicago, like on your way to Chicago?
What, once, twice?
A few times. And it's like 50 cents here, $1.50 there.
Pays for the roads.
I get that it pays for the roads. It's also an incredible nuisance.
Well, that's the issue. 248-539-9797. I mean, if you're going to do something with the roads, does it make more sense to go with carpool lanes? Or would you rather have a toll road? Would you rather do nothing, just keep it the way it is? These are the questions.
I think I'm not going to drive.
No?
No.
Oh, good luck having.
Just ride my bike.
Oh, well, good for you. Good exercise for you.
Yeah, of course.
An extra lane is a great idea, but limiting it to a carpool lane is a waste and doesn't help out as just adding a lane would. See, I think there are enough people that drive with another person in the car that you could take advantage of that.
It would clear out a little bit.
A little bit,
probably.
I think so.
Yeah. Enough to make a huge difference? I don't know if I'd go that far.
I don't know if it makes a huge difference or not, but I'm intrigued that there's going to be an extra lane. And look, if it doesn't work out as a carpool lane, if not enough people are taking advantage of it, then you just simply open it up. It's just a fourth lane.
Like, well, we gave it a shot for 4 years. Right. Didn't really work. Oh, well, we'll get rid of it.
Then it becomes the passing lane. You can use the third lane as a normal lane. Gator, I live in California, and people abuse the carpool lane religiously just to avoid traffic. In addition, electric cars that are certified, regardless of number of passengers, are allowed in, and so are motorcycles. It doesn't help that much at all. That's from Justin in California. Really? So motorcycles are able to use the carpool lane? An electric car, if it's certified, is able to use that? I don't get that.
I didn't know that, although I don't know if this is the way in all cities, but motorcycles or cyclists, whatever you want to call them out in California, they're like in between cars. And they're like riding in between cars, especially if there's stopped traffic or something like that. That to me is one of the most dangerous things that you can possibly do. If somebody's not paying attention and they're trying to get over or something like that, and you're going through, weaving in between cars, ugh.
Would you say it's hella dangerous?
Hella dangerous.
Just want to make sure that I can still speak that way.
Yeah.
Regarding the Lions, if Levy had played last year, the Lions would have made the playoffs. That's from Sean in Brighton. I agree with that statement. But that was last year.
I also disagree with that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I think that they beat the Packers for sure in that other game. We don't have to mention what happened.
Yeah, but like how can you say that DeAndre Levy would have been the difference in that one?
Because he's playing the entire game.
Sure. I get that.
Just like, so I don't think it comes down to that play at the end of the game. If he's playing, I think he makes a difference. I also think that he would make a difference, say, in the Seattle game at some point. So it doesn't come down to whether or not, the guy batted the ball out of the back of the end zone. If you want to say
maybe it could have equated to one more win, I'll give you that. But to say it was the difference between them making the playoffs or not, I inherently disagree with.
248-539-9797 is the telephone number. One of the other questions about the true or false or the fact or fiction regarding the Lions on this season from the Sports Illustrated article was, will Matthew Stafford, does he have to be a gunslinger to be effective? 248-539-9797. Does Matthew Stafford need to be a gunslinger to be effective?
To me, there's no doubt in my mind. That's absolutely true. And all you have to do is look at what Joe Lombardi was trying to do with Matthew Stafford. Like, I think when Joe Lombardi came to Detroit, you thought, oh, sweet. They're going to open it up. You're going to see some fun things, taking shots down the field. It wasn't any of that. It was, okay, you need to stop Matthew Stafford from throwing interceptions. You need to control him and make him more of a quote-unquote, I hate this phrase, but game manager, as opposed to, being a guy that can really attack teams down the field. And you saw that was not successful at all. Now, I'm not here to say that Jim Bob Cooter is going to all of a sudden be able to translate what happened at the end of 2015 into 2016, but I think that is what you have to see. That is what Matthew Stafford is. And if you're trying to control him and you're trying to make him, go through his progressions and be a smart quarterback, you're not going to get very good results.
Well, I actually think that for Stafford to be successful, he does not need to be a gunslinger. I think he needs to stick to the program, whatever worked in the second half of last season, when that was kind of simplifying the offense a little bit, making the calls for the line of scrimmage, for the blocking schemes. I think that seemed to make a big difference. He did throw 32 touchdown passes last year. He did have a quarterback rating when all was said and done of 97, and down the stretch, his quarterback rating was insane. Well over 100.
When it didn't matter.
Well, as you would say, when it doesn't matter. I think every game matters, but
not when your season's over.
That's a whole different kind of debate that we get into when it comes to the Lions. But nonetheless, does Matthew Stafford need to be a gunslinger to be effective? 248-539-9797. This is 97.1 The Ticket.